Good morning, everyone. Look at that amazing light. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to start this video, but I think before I film anything, I have to make something to eat. I wanted to make a video explaining why I'm in Paris. I know I mentioned it on Instagram and in the community forum a while back. I'm going to try to make this video as short and to the point as possible. Throughout my 20s, I always romanticized the idea of moving abroad for a while. In college, I thought about potentially studying abroad, and that never happened. And then at different points throughout my 20s, I just always thought that I would move to Europe at some point and spend at least like a few months, and I just never did. A large part of that was also that I had been working in nightlife for so many years consistently, and I never really had the flexibility to just take off for an extended period to travel. I mean, I guess I could have, but I think part of it was that I didn't know if I would still have my job when I got back. It was more like the fear of what would happen. But as I've discussed in one of my more recent videos, I now have that flexibility to basically work from wherever I want. And that's why I'm in Paris right now. I really have no plan at all. So I left Los Angeles the last day of January. It's now February the 3rd, and I'm in Paris until mid-March. And I had originally posted in the community forum, like, I'm moving to Paris for a little bit. And you know what? People were giving me such a hard time, like, if you're going for a month, it's vacation, da-da-da, but it doesn't really matter what it is anyways. This is not my first time in Paris. The first time I came was with my boyfriend about 3 winters ago. I will say that this trip is starting off a lot differently than my last trip. Probably because I came here with my boyfriend previously, so I had like a travel companion, and I'm actually not here alone. My friend Kaylin actually met me in Paris and flew in from New York, but we haven't really spent that much time together since we arrived in Paris. And yeah, I don't know, I guess it's just like, it's a little bit intimidating to be here with no real plan, just because I don't speak fluent French, and I do feel like I'm outside of my comfort zone, which I actually think is a really good thing. This trip is the longest that I will have been away from home ever, and I'm sure that I'll miss things about home. I mean, I already miss my cats, like, honestly. If you guys have any specific video requests that you'd like to see, maybe like a Paris morning routine video after I kind of get into the swing of things, I would love to make something like that. I'm actually also planning on filming a couple of ASMR videos with subscribers out here. I actually met up with one of my followers on Instagram last night for dinner, and she was so sweet, because I really know like no one here. I have no friends in Paris. Obviously, I'm being very safe about meeting strangers, and I'm definitely looking out for myself, but it is really cool to connect with some of you guys and just to meet new people. It's weird too, because, you know, like on social media you can have like 1 million followers or however many people. Obviously I don't have that many, but you have this like online presence where you are seemingly like really popular, but that definitely doesn't like correspond to my life in real life. And yeah, if you live in Paris and you want to hang out, send me a message on Instagram, because I literally have no friends. I don't really think I have that much else to say. So yeah, basically I'm in France until March. That's a long time, in my opinion anyways. I know people go like backpacking around the world for years, and I think that's amazing and adventurous, but for me, this is still very new territory. Also, I think that on a relationship level, because I have been with my boyfriend for a really long time and we did start off dating in a long distance relationship, I will say that being apart from someone when you've been together for a while is actually quite nice and can be kind of beneficial for the relationship, because it gives you a chance to kind of regain your independence. I mean, Nick and I are both pretty independent people anyways, but it gives you an opportunity to really like miss the person that you're with and appreciate them more. And then when you reconnect, I just think that sometimes you have a stronger connection. I know I definitely felt that way with Nick when we were doing long distance, and hopefully that will be the case as well. So far, things are going great. I mean, I've only been gone for like 2.5 days. The final thing that I want to say, I mean, I've been open about my own struggles with like anxiety and depression, and at some point I will open up more about depression specifically. You know, you never really fully know about someone else's experiences unless they choose to open up about themselves in that way, and I don't feel like I've fully done that, not because I'm embarrassed or ashamed. It's just sometimes hard to put things into words or like sit down and make a video about things that have been difficult. But the point of all of this, I'm getting like so sidetracked. For me personally, traveling is really helpful for depression because it gives me something to look forward to. And like knowing that I was going on this trip, which I booked like 4 months ago, it was something that I was always looking forward to, and it was something that was always in the back of my mind. And that really like gave me something to be happy about. When I get home from this trip, Nick and I want to start like camping more and just taking more like trips on weekends, even if they're just slightly outside of LA. I was planning on making this video like 5 minutes, and now it's so long as usual. So stay tuned for more videos in the very near future from Paris. I have no idea what I'm going to do today, but I am forcing myself to not go back to sleep. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you to all of my French subscribers who have been so loving and like welcoming. I will see you guys very soon in my next video, and I will talk to you then.